Hello to everyone out there. It's Makeda, Volletta, also known as the Body Scientist and the Renaissance Amazon. And I hope you all are doing well today and that your loved ones are all okay wherever they are and wherever you are. For those of you who are unfamiliar with me, I have a background in exercise and sports science and nutrition science, and I'm also a dancer. I've studied many different dances of the I have studied many different dances from the African diaspora, but I started off in ballet and tap as a kid, Dance City of Harlem, then modern dance, and I've studied various dances of the African diaspora, pole dance. So I'm very much into connecting with the body and our sexual energy and taking care of our body from the inside out. And sexuality is also a part of that. And some of you may be familiar with my work who've been following me over the last few years. You know that I have been teaching classes around the Nani egg, or some people call it a Yoni egg, or a jade egg. I've been working with them since 2005, and I started teaching a class called Sensual Strength Training to women in 2007. I also have classes for men too, but this is about the Nani egg practice for women. I have plenty of videos about them that I will post below this YouTube video, because this right now I'm live on my IG page, the_Renaissance_Amazon_81, but I will also be posting this video on my YouTube channel, the Renaissance Amazon. So be sure to follow me in both places. And I will put several of my videos about the eggs below on my YouTube page. But in case you don't know what a Nani egg is, here's what it looks like. You have different crystals and stones, right? And women work with these internally in the vaginal canal to get more control over our vaginal muscles and to strengthen our pelvic floor, our vaginal muscles and our pelvic floor. And then there are exercises that a woman can do, which I teach, where you can learn how to move the egg left and right and front and back and up and down. And that helps a woman to connect to those muscles, strengthen her pelvic floor, which in turn makes her orgasms more intense, helps with menstrual issues, helps prepare for and recover from childbirth, and it also helps with staying centered, okay? Staying centered. Eggs are a transformation symbol. Easter was yesterday, okay? I'm not Christian, but I will tell you that Easter has nothing to do with Jesus or any male deity. I mean, not Christmas. Christmas too, but Easter or Christmas, and Halloween. They're pagan holidays, which pagan basically means earth-based. And the eggs are symbols. They're goddess symbols. They're symbols of fertility, okay? Eggs are symbols of the goddess, and they're symbols of fertility. Bunnies are also fertility symbols, because what do bunnies do? All they do is have sex and reproduce. Okay? So Easter is actually a celebration of the fertility of the spring. The crops and everything that start to sprout. Like right now I'm in Chicago, and there's so many bunnies in my neighborhood, so I love it, but there's a lot of flowers around here. And every single spring, this is my 4th spring in Chicago, and every single spring, all these flowers start to sprout out, and it's so beautiful. And so that's what Easter is a celebration of, the winter solstice, the goddess Ishtar, the goddess of heaven. I have a YouTube video about that I'll post below. But eggs are transformation symbols, okay? They just naturally absorb negative energy, and they naturally transform energy. So, and crystals also have electromagnetic fields. Everything has an electromagnetic field, but crystals and stones do. So, if a woman puts an egg-shaped crystal or stone inside of her internally, and then works on transforming energy and connecting to her center, strengthening her center, and transforming energy, it's a very powerful tool for transformation and for staying centered, because we're going through rough times, and some people are. I'm seriously getting annoyed with the people who keep downplaying it, with the people who keep posting things on social media saying, "Oh, this is not that serious. People are just so fearful." It's like, okay, let's be real. Maybe nothing has happened to you or your family. Like, my family is good, and I hope it stays that way. I'm good. I have food. I'm not going homeless, and I'm glad about that. But I also understand that there are a lot of people who have lost a lot of family members. There are a lot of people who don't know how they're going to get money to feed their kids or themselves. Okay? And there are a lot of people who are working on the front lines who can't go home to their kids because they're working in a COVID infested hospital, and they're afraid of affecting their kids, and grandparents can't see their grandkids. There's a lot of that. So I really, 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 really get annoyed with the people who just downplay it because it's not them. That's like, when Hurricane Katrina happened, everybody in New Orleans didn't get fucked up. There's a lot of people who were fine. So if you go to New Orleans, I remember the first time I went there in 2007, it didn't even look like that bad, but that's because it depends on what part of the city you were in. You could go to one part of the city and be like, oh, it's not that bad. You go to another part of the city, it looks like a tornado ran through it, and it just looks horrible. But just because it didn't affect these people doesn't mean it wasn't that bad. So people are so selfish, and it annoys me. But things are going to get rougher. I've done YouTube videos on upcoming food shortages that are going to happen, because they're definitely coming. If you pay attention to the news, you constantly see them talking about meat plants closing down now because of a whole bunch of workers being infected and other issues. And so I have found in my life, I told you I've been working with these eggs since 2005. And there are some times where I've gone through where I felt like the ground was pulled from underneath me. And really focusing on, my center, taking deep breaths into my egg, focusing on transforming my energy, building up my chi. We have to have ways to build up our chi and our life force, okay? We have to. And we have to have ways to transform energy. If something traumatic is happening, there are people who are losing family members and they can't bury them. They can't even have a funeral right now. Even people who are losing family members that's non-COVID related still can't have funerals right now. So there's a lot going on, and I feel like it's a time to, when traumatic things happen and people don't deal with it, like if something traumatic happens and people just try to keep pushing through and act like, that's not good, because it can leave imprints that later will activate. Okay, so you could be traumatized and try to act like you don't feel it and just push through, and then one day something happens and triggers and it activates and you're in a bad situation. So it's really important to deal with trauma and stay balanced, through whatever is trying to throw you off balance. The laws of physics say the further something is away from its center, the more off balance it is, okay? So this is something that I can offer that I feel like my sensual strength training class is all about, teaching women to connect to their deep center through working with these eggs, but also doing dances of the African diaspora that require women to move their hips and have different control over their hips, because we store a lot of trauma here. A lot of our blood supply runs through here. This is our root and our root chakra, okay? So it's also a generator of energy. And if we are people who are giving, you have people who are mothers, who are nurses, doctors, school teachers, who are super, super giving all the time. If you're a giving person, you have to have ways to build up your chi, okay? I mean, we all have to have ways to build up our chi regardless. But how can you give and heal others and help others if you yourself is depleted? We never want to run ourselves into the ground trying to save everybody else. You have to also build up your own chi, okay? So I find that working with Nani Eggs is super beneficial. And so with that being said, I'm having a sale on these eggs for the next week. I meant to post this. I'm just so busy. But I meant to post it. I have a bunch of them in here. You can't really see. There's a lot of different ones in here. But I meant to post it yesterday. I have, at the moment, Sunstone. You can see them on my IG page, Nani Eggs, Nanieeggs. This is Sunstone Aventurine, which is similar to Jade. I have Rainbow Moonstone, a Peach Moonstone, Red Aventurine, Picture Jasper, and Ruby Zolzite. Okay. I have drilled and non-drilled, large and medium. I will post videos below on my YouTube page that explain the different sizes and how to pick an egg and all the different questions that you might have in the beginning. Also, I have a class for beginners, an online video class that features 5 classes to give women different exercises, breathing meditations, learning how to open up your channels and circulate the energy and do basic vaginal contractions with the egg. I have a video class like that. There's 5 classes. It's normally priced at $60, but right now it's $40. And so this sale will be on. This sale will be on until for the next week. So what is today? Today is Monday, so until the 20th. However, I will be leaving town on Saturday, the 18th. So I won't be shipping anything after that because I'll be leaving town, going to New York. So anything that's purchased after that, I'll have to ship when I come back. So yeah, if you want to know more about the eggs, definitely check out my YouTube videos I'm going to post below about it. That answers all your questions. But this is just, my suggestion. One of my suggestions is one of the things that's helped me get through hard times, traumatic times, to build up my chi, my life force. And life force energy, chi, sexual energy is all the same continuum. Okay, but this is the time to really focus on self and focus on being as strong and as resourceful as we can be. Because despite what some of you may think right now, things are going to get more difficult. Okay, but take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and be sure to check out my videos on my other page, The Body Scientist 81, and I have more videos coming this week. Okay, all right, people, have a good day. Bye.